Holy hell, Goku is freaking insane. Now, I'm not talking about him just being a villain and setting up the entirety of, this tournament and all that tournament of power. I'm just saying, like, terms of power level. Like, you remember when Goku fought Hit, and he struggled to do Kaioken with Super Saiyan Blue? Well, this man used it multiple times in this episode, and I'm like, holy shit, like, Goku is showing that he's able to maintain it a lot more now, which I'm very curious now, because if Goku could maintain Kaioken, what type of transformation is next? Obviously, there's always a new plateau for Goku and Vegeta and all of them to reach, and I'm kind of curious now, since Toppo was just kind of like the second, like he's kind of like the Vegeta in terms of Goku, even though Goku and Vegeta are kind of on the same playing field, like you can kind of just imagine it like this. Toppo is Vegeta, while Jiren is actually, Goku of Universe 11, and the way this was structured, if Goku was able to kind of fight Toppo, and he might be slightly stronger than him, obviously Goku is going to need to become stronger. So I'm curious what Goku is going to use against Jiren in the future of the Tournament of Power, because if he had to go this far, use Kaioken with Super Saiyan Blue just to be able to fight him, what is the next step for Goku? What is the next level for him to be able to face the upcoming opponent, which is Goku's main enemy in the Tournament of Power? Because, like I said, Goku showing incredible feats in this episode, being able to maintain his Kaioken, or at the very least use it to be able to fight for a little bit, and then deactivate it, and then put it back on again. That is just like, holy shit. So, besides talking about that though, this episode dives into Toppo's character and his characterization and kind of what he stands for, but also reveals details about Jiren that's going to be Goku's future opponent, which is in the opening song of Dragon Ball Super. So Toppo overall, my impressions of him, I have very positive impressions. I know many might not like his character because he reminds them probably a lot of either the Great Saiyaman or the Ginyu Force, which I know many have a problem with the Ginyu Force and the Great Saiyaman, but I've always felt these type of characters pretty entertaining, and it fits with Akira Toriyama's style, and I've always been fascinated about these characters, and so my overall impressions of Toppo are fairly positive. I like his character, but I could see why many might not like him because he might feel like another Ginyu or, Great Saiyaman, which I really love how Gohan actually liked Toppo because of how he was reacting. You know, how he's like all for justice and stuff, and he's like, oh, that's pretty cool and all that, and he had respect for the man. I was like, obviously you think that way, Gohan, because you're the Great Saiyaman. So, I mean, like I said, I could see many not liking his character just because of that, but regardless of that little characterization, everything Toppo stands for, I understand where he's coming from. When he says, like, he is justice, and he's trying to take down Goku, which is the villain, I understand his viewpoint. Like I've already discussed many times already in my previous Dragon Ball Super videos, Goku is the villain of the arc. He is the main enemy of this arc. He is the one that set this all in motion. Even though Zeno was going to destroy universes, Goku sped up the process. Regardless, Goku sped it up. So, that's not changing. That's not changing anything at all. And so, Toppo saying stuff to Goku, calling him a villain, taking him out and all that, honestly, I'm on his side. I really am. Even though Goku's our main character, Toppo is on the side of justice. Even though he might have a warped sense of justice, because it seems like he's overall kind of using justice in his own way, the way he views it, still, he is technically a good guy. He's actually doing things for the right cause and all that, while Goku, he's being very selfish and starting everything because he just wants to find strong opponents to fight. And when the match ends and Toppo and Goku's, fight is decided, like, hold it off until the tournament, I really like how Goku tries to, put out his hand and shake hands with Toppo, and Toppo's like, fuck off, you're a fucking evil villain. I just like how he turns around and just walks off. He's like, I hate to bring you joy, but there is someone stronger than me. My best friend and all that, my sworn friend, which is Jiren, that, is really, really strong, which is the guy Goku fights in the opening song. So, I really like how Toppo stands as a person, because even though, like I said, he has a warped sense of justice, he still is a good guy. And I can understand why he's against Goku, because you gotta imagine from his perspective and also what Goku is doing. Goku finish the fight. He's like, hey, and all that, let's shake hands. That was pretty awesome and stuff. Goku's doing all this just to get a thrill, have a fight. And he's not realizing the situation here. All of the universes are in jeopardy thanks to him. And he was even actually relishing in the fact that he is the villain and Toppo was the good guy. He was the hero of justice. I mean, that was even staying. Like, Goku is reminding me a lot of Goku Black in this episode and this arc. Like, holy shit, when Goku was just mentioning, like, I'm the villain, huh? Like, I'm the great villain and you're the hero of justice, and you just see the smirk and all of that. I'm like, Goku, like, do you not realize what is going on here? You are a villain. Like, this ain't a joke. You are a fucking villain. You're an asshole. You're a selfish asshole. And Toppo, even though, like I said, warp sense of justice, he is still a good guy. He's trying to do a right thing here, like the very right thing, trying to get more info on Goku, and also just show how evil he is and put a stop to this man. I'm on his side. I really am. So, yeah. Now, I know there's many out there that'll defend Goku and say, oh, the man's fine, he's a good guy, and all that. No, fuck that shit. No. Get the fuck out of here with that. Okay, so besides that, though, the fight was pretty entertaining. It was a really good fight. Really good animation in terms of that fight. I also especially love the art style of the faces when they were staring at each other, and you see Goku do that smirk when he was Super Saiyan Blue, and he was looking at Toppo, and Toppo was just, looking at Goku. I really love that scene. It was a really good scene when they were giving each other the stare down, and also how they continued to go back and forth, and how Toppo was beating the shit out of Goku in regular Super Saiyan. He even dislocated Goku's arm. Like, like, okay. We have seen some dislocations in, Dragon Ball Z. But it was never, like, emphasized that much. Like, dislocation and shit. We saw Vegeta take a hard one to the side by Android 18 in the, the Android saga. We saw that. Like, Vegeta got wrecked. Like, this man got hit so hard, his freaking arm just was broke. And you just saw the way it laid down that, and it was dislocated. But this, right here, this was a very savage scene when Toppo just grabs Goku and would just dislocate his arm completely, and you just see Goku's arm just hanging there. I'm like, damn! Like, this man is some serious business, and how he uses, like, joint breaks and stuff to be able to beat someone, and when he starts grabbing Goku and just crushing this man, trying to crush all his bones, I'm like, this dude is pretty damn strong, and Goku had to go Super Saiyan Blue to even fight this man in the first place. So Toppo, he's not a weak fighter. He's not. Goku had to go Super Saiyan Blue, even though it kind of became one-sided at that point because Goku was starting to beat the shit out of Toppo because he had so much speed. Toppo still had a lot of power behind his hits and stuff, which was actually affecting Goku, and then Goku eventually had to go Kaioken to face Toppo's true power when he got serious. So, it just goes to show you, in this perspective, if Toppo pushed Goku that far, I can't imagine what Jiren is going to do in the future episodes of Dragon Ball Super. If Goku had to go this far, what is Goku going to do in the future to be able to top what he just had to do in this fight? So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty damn excited to see where that's going to go. Now, besides that, let's talk about the art on Beerus. Now, I've already seen pictures. I've seen comparisons. I've already seen all sorts of shit on Twitter. So I'm just going to mention something, or mention a few. So people show me some pictures, which pretty funny, by the way. Someone's showing me a comparison with Beerus and Scooby-Doo, and I'm like, oh god, like, there was a comparison of Beerus' face and Scooby-Doo. Like, it was scary similar. Beerus looked exactly like Scooby-Doo, and the art on Beerus' face was very off in this episode. Like, the way he looked, he didn't look like a cat or anything. The man straight up looked like a freaking dog throughout the majority of the episode, like a bulldog or something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Beerus? He's very inconsistent every single episode, and I really wish that Toei Animation kind of got on point with Beerus' design a little bit more, because he's such a badass character. Even though he can, have fun and stuff, and he has some good, interesting dialogue, and he can also be a comedy character as well, I really wish that they kind of nailed his design down a little bit more, because he constantly shifts in art constantly throughout the episodes of Dragon Ball Super. One time he looks like he's a regular cat, next episode he looks like a straight up dog or something. I'm like, what the hell? Just please be consistent with Beerus' art and animation in these episodes. And I gotta admit, he did look a little bit like shit in this episode. Not. He looked like trash. He did. And I just hope that eventually does get fixed, and Toei Animation eventually kind of gets on point with Beerus' design. Now, regardless of all of that, though, the Tournament of Power is going to be beginning in 40 hours. That's not long. That really isn't. I mean, 40 hours, it could be long. It could be quite a few episodes, depending on how, long Toei Animation wants to carry out the episodes, or filler, and all that type of stuff. But 40 hours isn't necessarily long, so this doesn't really give much time for the characters to really assemble a team, 10-man team, to go into the Tournament of Power, which explains why all of our characters that are going to be going in the Tournament of Power are just people on Earth. It makes a lot of sense now, because of just the time frame, just 40 hours, and probably those 40 hours are going to use to probably train or something to get back into shape. So I'm pretty excited to see where that's going to go. But once again, I just want to say I'm very hyped up. Like, one of the fights I'm looking forward to a lot in Dragon Ball Super in this Tournament of Power is Android 18 and 17 working together once again. Because look, those two were a menace. A menace. They killed a lot of people in, Future Trunks' timeline. Imagine these two characters working together once again, but on our side kicking ass. Like, I just cannot wait to see the combos that Android 18 and 17 are going to have with each other while they're kicking ass in the Tournament of Power. I can already see it, just them working together and just destroying people. I'm excited. Pretty damn excited for that. But, yeah, 40 hours, tournament starts, assemble your team, and now they're just doing, like, a strategy meeting right now at the end of the episode. They're going to Bulma's place, going to get some food, and do a strategy meeting talking about, okay, so, like, what are we going to do here? Like, who are we going to get for the Tournament of Power? Which we kind of already know because of the opening song. It's pretty damn obvious. So we're not really going to be guessing about who's going to be participating. But overall, I'm excited to see the overall tactics and plan that's going to be used in the upcoming fight. So yeah, that's about it when it comes to this episode of Dragon Ball Super. How do you feel about this week's episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? I love y'all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.